Welcome to this somatic relaxation meditation. The practice will last around 25 minutes, but perhaps allowing yourself half an hour or so of quiet time. Taking yourself to a place where you'll be undisturbed. Making sure you're in a comfortable position, either sitting in a chair where the spine can be supported, or preferably lying. Lying on the ground, using cushions, perhaps a small cushion beneath the head, cushions beneath the knees. You might choose to take a knees bent position that allows the low back to release towards the ground. Or you may be comfortable sliding your legs long, taking the feet wide. The hands can be resting somewhere on the body or down by your sides. The body will cool through the practice, so perhaps taking a light blanket and maybe even a covering over the eyes. Our intention is to stay awake, but to be in a place resting in a liminal space that is between sleeping and between waking. So feeling the position of the body and perhaps a soft sighing out breath through the mouth as you release the weight of the head, the rib cage and the pelvis. An unhurried inhale and one more soft sighing breath, giving away the weight of the head, the rib cage and the pelvis. And if you're comfortable to now, then the lips softly closing and the breath, natural breath, easy breath, flowing freely through the nostrils. Feeling that the exhalation is the natural breath of letting go, giving away the weight of the body into the support of the ground beneath you. Feeling into the quality of contact between the back body and the ground, softening those points of contact, noticing where along the length of the spine that you may be pulling away from the ground, perhaps inviting a release at the back of the neck to allow it to lengthen, for the face to soften, and for the chin to slightly lower towards the collarbones. Perhaps the space between the shoulder blades might also release. And as the awareness runs down the spine, perhaps noticing that the lower back could also yield to give away weight in order to receive support. You might visualize the exhalation flowing down the river of the spine from the back of the head towards the tailbone, And as the out-breath arrives at the sacrum, a feeling that the whole of the pelvis is heavy and broad. And the out-breath that follows travels from the hips to the heels, as if the soles of the feet could sigh the breath out. Whole body heavy, whole body heavy. Our intention is to settle towards stillness, finding ourselves in a place where there is zero desire for movement. Awareness resting on the easy, natural breath, simply ebbing and flowing, allowing awareness to rest wherever you feel the breath most easily. Breath simply moving as it needs to, without control or judgment. Instead, inviting curiosity. And as you settle the body, settle the breath, the mind also begins to slow. You might have a sense of your breath moving through the whole of your body. Echoes of breath in the soles of the feet, the palms of the hands, maybe even on the scalp. No longer the doer of breath, simply receiving breath. Breath as a gift from life, moving through you. Whole body gently breathing. And now letting your awareness become a point of light that we will take on a journey through the landscape of the body. And as we move through this landscape, every place named becomes a point of light. Starting at the crown of the head, the space between the eyebrows, at the base of the throat where the collarbones meet, a point of light at the right shoulder, right elbow and wrist, the palm of the right hand, back of the hand, points of light on the right thumb and each of the fingertips of the right hand. The whole of the right arm gently illumined by these points of light. Taking awareness over to the left shoulder, elbow and wrist. Points of light in the palm of the left hand, back of the hand, the tip of the left thumb, and points of light on the tips of each of the fingers of the left hand. The point of light of your awareness now moving and placing it at the centre of the chest, at the breastbone. A point of light at the navel, the pubic bones, the right hip, knee, the right ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, the right big toe, tips of the light on each of the toes of the right foot, and the whole of the right leg lit. As we then take awareness over to the left hip, the left knee, ankle, the left heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, points of light on the tip of the left big toe and each of the toes of the left foot. The whole of the left leg, the right leg, right arm, left arm, lit with these points of light. Taking your awareness now and placing light at the tailbone, the sacrum, the lower back, climbing the spine, a point of light between the shoulder blades, the left shoulder blade and the right shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, the whole body now, whole body lit with the points of light. And now inviting fine threads of light to connect these points, so the whole of the body becomes a web-like structure formed of light. Invite you to feel that the web of the body here is supported, as if suspended between stems, a web that is supported by threads of light from the back body, a thread of connection from your right side, your left side, and from the front body. This web-like structure now supported between the stems from all sides. And for a moment now, just being with this structure of the form of the web of the body. This matrix form that gives strength with flexibility. Gives it this resilience to move gently as we switch attention from the form to the spaces in between. The spaces of the web, the formlessness, where you can feel the breeze of life, the breath, move easily through these spaces. Having a sense of the substance and yet the subtlety of the web of light of the body, the spaces within and around. Perhaps switching your attention between being the form of the structure, the threads of light between the points, feeling the points of connection that support the web to our imaginary stems. And perhaps feeling on the breath, the matrix of the web gently responding to the breath, the breeze of life as it moves through you. Switching your attention to be the breath, the breeze, the space. Experiencing your own vibrancy and resilience as the web moves fluidly, strong, supported, and yet fluid, filled with light and space. Allowing yourself to be both at the same time. The complexity and ordinariness of the form of the body, the breath. Being both the substance and the subtlety. Being both the form and the mystery. Being intimate with your own aliveness. Feeling the breath, the breeze of life. Gently oscillate this web-like form of mind-body, body-mind. Substance and subtlety. The complex and the ordinary. The strength and flexibility. The form and the mystery. Bringing the light of your awareness now. If there were a centre to the web, we'll call that the heart space, resting behind the breastbone. Bringing the light of your awareness now to this place. As if this could be another anchor point. Allowing the breath to be within the heart. And in the stillness and the silence, feeling the presence of your own deep, essential nature. As separate and yet connected. And as we slowly move towards the end of the practice, allowing the imagery to dissolve, feeling once again the points of contact between the back body and the ground, feeling yourself settled, safe and supported. And whilst keeping the eyes closed, beginning to externalize your awareness perhaps through the sense of sound, listening to the sounds that you can hear around you. Perhaps becoming aware of temperature of your fingertips and toes. Inviting the breath to gradually deepen. And as the breath deepens, feeling our awareness rise back towards the surface, towards the skin. As we begin to stretch out through the fingers and the toes, you might for a moment open your eyes and be reminded of the room, the time of the day. And perhaps as you emerge from this practice, it would feel spontaneous to have a stretch, to have a yawn. You might choose to roll over onto your side and just to lie here quietly for a few more minutes, resting in the echoes of the practice. Thank you for sharing this somatic relaxation meditation. Namaste.